I didn't see you there. I was just enjoying some hot cocoa by the fire in my very real room. My name's Rain Day, of course, and since you're here, why don't you sit down and join me? Maybe for a little bit of a story? Well, it is the holidays, and HRX is around the corner, and there are a lot of stories to tell. There's a ton of European teams, four in fact, competing at HRX, but only one from North America, and that's G2 Esports. Oh, you would want to know their story. Well, it's a big one. I mean, it covers their past, their present, and their future. All right, let's get into it and talk about the North American representatives and see exactly what they have in store heading into this tournament. A trip to the finals was but a dream for G2 Esports and the international scene. North American champs, but they wanted more. Yet at DreamHack Valencia, no one knew what was in store. When Torvald and Ying had flustered the best, laid down Kanga, D69, and the rest, G2 were wiser as can be, as they played the old grandpa and they beat Team QG. Number one in the world was their new claim to fame, as they traveled back home with a title to retain. But then in the summer, along came a prize that readied the troops and put stars in their eyes. The Paladins Premier League, a professional affair where gamers could game without financial despair. But no longer were G2 a dark horse in the race. They were number one in the world, defending first place. The pressure hit hard, and it started to show as the Detroit Renegades dulled the champions' glow. A loss to the rookies. Was G2 for real? Was it all in their heads? Was it even a big deal? Yet something was different. They just weren't the same. Had G2 lost their groove? No one could explain. They subbed in Z1 as I Drop Bodies took a flight and spent a weekend in Los Angeles. No explanation in sight. Yet to all our surprise, G2 looked revived. Their sub was on fire and kept their first place hopes alive. But against SK, their rivals of old, first place on the line, it was a fight to behold. Though SK were better on that fateful Sunday eve, G2 had no words. It was hard to believe. All their hopes and their efforts, but it still didn't work out. Yet they still had a chance. They were down, but not out. The PPL Fall Land would settle it once and for all. Who would rise out of North America and which team would fall? During the land, they had something to prove, to show all the doubters that they still had some moves. What G2 knew best, but others didn't mention, is that they have better results with less positive attention. With a chip on their shoulders and a target on their backs, these old dogs went to war, not a muscle relaxed. They yelled at their foes and they took them all down, cruising through the semis for a final showdown. G2 was number 2 and SK number 1. It was a battle of titans. The showdown had begun. The winner goes to the finals and books a ticket to HRX. The loser goes to the gauntlet, unsure of what is next. But no epic match took place. G2 won with ease. The veteran leadership won this game in a breeze. They were going to HRX, but one match remained. NA versus Europe. A crown would be claimed. Which region was supreme? Which players were the best? The fans yelled and hollered and waited with bated breath, but something was off. A sub had been named. An interesting decision that wasn't explained. Out went Bodies, in went Z1. Was it tactical? Mental? Were they just having fun? They lost 4-1. Virtus Pro swept the day. And even Elvenpath had something to say. But despite the results, G2 looked a bit off. They were quiet in their chairs. No yells, not even a cough. We were all left to wonder just what did it mean as the Europeans claimed victory and dominated the scene. So now here we are, after a look at their season, as G2 represents all of the North American region. Will HRX be another surprise for their fans? Will they reignite their dominance at an international land? Though it's impossible to know, I'd never say never, unless I'm saying my slogan, but that's because it's clever. So you'll have to watch on January 4th to see what happens next. Well, let me know what you think down below with some text. So see you then, my friends, and I don't want any complaining. Whether it's snowing, hailing, tornadoing, or raining, have a happy holidays to all, and enjoy the time that's remaining. Oh, and remember to never give up and never stop gaming. Love that one.